My brothers and sisters, have you ever smiled while your heart was breaking just to keep someone else happy? Have you ever said yes when everything inside you wanted to say no, just because you didn't want to upset anyone? We live in a time where kindness is often misunderstood. People will say, be nice, be soft, never say no. But what happens when that kindness starts to hurt you? When it begins to silence your heart, when it slowly pulls you away from Allah, not every act of kindness is rewarded. Not every smile is sincere. Some kindness is pure, done only for Allah. But some kindness is nothing more than fear wearing a mask. The first lesson is simple yet life-changing. Be kind for Allah, not for people. That sounds easy, but in reality, it's one of the hardest lessons you'll ever learn. From childhood, we're taught to be polite, to be nice, to make others happy. And that's good character is part of our faith. But somewhere along the way, many of us lose ourselves. We start being kind just to be liked. We smile because we're scared of being misunderstood. We agree because we're scared of rejection. We help because we're scared to disappoint. And that's where kindness begins to lose its value. When you do something only to impress people, it's no longer worship, it's performance, and Allah doesn't need actors. He looks at your heart, your niyyah, your sincerity. You could give someone a single date with pure intention and it may outweigh mountains of gold given for show. Because when your kindness is for Allah, you don't care who notices. You don't care if they thank you or forget you. Because Allah never forgets. But if your kindness depends on people's reactions, disappointment will become your companion. People praise today and criticize tomorrow. They call you a saint one day and a hypocrite the next. If you live for their approval, you will die from their rejection. There are people who give endlessly, smile, help, sacrifice, yet go to bed at night feeling empty. Why? Because their kindness wasn't for Allah, it was for acceptance, and people can never fill a space that was meant for Him. When your kindness is tied to Allah, even if the whole world misunderstands you, you remain at peace. Because you know, the one who matters most saw you, heard you, and will reward you. Think about the times you did something quietly for Allah's sake, no one noticed, no one praised you, and then a door opened, a problem disappeared, a blessing came from nowhere. That was Allah saying, I saw it, and I never let a sincere act go to waste. But when you do it for people, applause is all you'll get. And applause fades quickly. People forget, algorithms change, attention moves elsewhere, but Allah's reward never fades. Sincerity is a shield. It protects your kindness from turning into exhaustion. When you're sincere, you don't get offended when people don't say thank you. You don't keep score. You just do it quietly, humbly, because Allah is watching. Sometimes, Allah even hides your good deeds so your intention remains pure. He protects your heart from pride and your actions from being corrupted by ego. My brothers and sisters, your peace begins when your kindness is no longer dependent on people. When you smile, when you give, when you forgive, whisper to your heart, this is for you, Ya Allah. That single shift in intention can change your entire life. Because people forget, but Allah never forgets. Now, let's talk about something equally important, learning to say no. Kindness doesn't mean agreeing with everything. It doesn't mean destroying yourself to keep others comfortable. Many of us grow up thinking a good Muslim never refuses. That's not true. Islam teaches balance, justice, and wisdom. Sometimes the kindest thing you can do for others and for yourself is to say no. When you constantly say yes out of guilt or fear, you're not showing kindness, you're abandoning your own limits. And the more you give in, the more people will take. The more you bend, the less they'll respect your boundaries. The Prophet was the kindest of all men, but he also said no when it was needed. He forgave, but he corrected. He helped, but with wisdom. So say no gently, respectfully, but firmly. Because every time you say yes to something that drains you, you are saying no to something that nourishes you. Your salah, your peace, your family, your rest. And you can't pour from an empty cup. Finally, don't let your kindness become self-destruction. Kindness is beautiful when balanced. But without wisdom, it can become a tool for your own harm. There are people who will use your compassion to control you. They will take your softness and drain your soul, And when you break, they'll move on. Islam never asked you to be a doormat. The Prophet ﷺ was gentle but never weak. He forgave but he confronted. He gave but he protected his dignity. There's a difference between being patient and being passive. Patience is strength in hardship. Passivity is letting injustice continue in silence. If your kindness is costing you your mental health, your sleep, your peace, pause. That's not faith. That's self-harm. Protect your kindness, protect your peace, protect the flame that Allah placed in your heart. Even the Prophet ﷺ took time alone to recharge, to reconnect with Allah, because the one who carries others must also protect his own heart. Boundaries are not barriers, they are safeguards. They protect your ability to keep giving without being destroyed in the process. If someone gets upset when you set a boundary, it shows they valued your availability, not your heart. Let them go. Allah will send those who respect you. True kindness does not break you, it builds you. It strengthens you, it beautifies your soul. So before your next yes, ask yourself, backhand index pointing right, will this bring me closer to Allah? Backhand index pointing right, is this sincerity or self-sacrifice? If it's for Allah, say yes wholeheartedly. But if it's only to please people, say no, with peace in your heart. Because you can't light the world if your own flame is dying. Protect it, nurture it, guard it, and when you do, your kindness will shine again. Not weak, not broken, but powerful, sincere, and unstoppable. My brothers and sisters, kindness is one of the most beautiful qualities a believer can carry. It brings peace to others and to your own heart. But never forget, kindness was never meant to be self-destruction. It was meant to be a source of strength, a reflection of faith, and a path that leads both you and others closer to Allah. Too often, we confuse silence with patience, fear with kindness, and avoidance with peace. Many of us smile while our hearts are hurting. We say it's okay when it isn't. We stay quiet not because it's noble, but because we're afraid of conflict, afraid of being disliked, afraid of making someone uncomfortable. And we tell ourselves, I'm just being kind. But in truth, we're not being kind. We're being silent prisoners of our own fear. There's a difference between peace and avoidance. Peace comes when your heart is calm because you did what was right. Avoidance is when your heart is heavy because you stayed quiet when you should have spoken the truth. When you swallow your feelings again and again, you build a wall inside yourself, brick by brick. And one day, you look around and realize that you've trapped your own voice behind that wall. But Islam does not ask you to become voiceless. Islam teaches patience, not people pleasing. The Prophet ﷺ was the most merciful of all men. But he never allowed people to misuse his mercy. He spoke truth with wisdom, corrected gently, and stood firm with dignity. Because true kindness includes honesty. If you remain silent in the face of wrong just to avoid drama, you are not showing mercy, you are allowing falsehood to breathe. Real love is brave enough to speak the truth kindly. Real mercy reminds with wisdom, even when it's uncomfortable. Some of us, in the name of keeping peace, allow others to cross our limits, disrespect us, and hurt us. And we keep smiling, but that silence isn't peace, it's pain pretending to be patience. It builds resentment, kills your joy, weakens your voice, and eventually it explodes. My brothers and sisters, stop using kindness as an escape from truth. Don't smile through disrespect. Don't say it's fine when it's not fine, because when you don't draw a line, people will keep crossing it. And Allah loves those who stand for truth with wisdom, not arrogance, not harshness, but quiet strength. You can be firm without being rude. You can disagree without being cruel. You can set boundaries without losing gentleness. Sometimes the kindest thing you can do for someone is to correct them, because silence isn't always love, sometimes it's neglect. Not every disagreement is destruction. Some conflicts purify relationships. Some moments of truth bring real understanding. If something hurts, speak. If a boundary is crossed, say it with dignity. That's what our Prophet ﷺ taught us, strength wrapped in mercy. And here's the most liberating truth. When you stop fearing conflict, you stop living in fear of people. Peace does not come from keeping everyone happy. Peace comes from keeping Allah pleased. People may misunderstand your firmness. They may say you've changed. Let them. You're not here to be liked by everyone. You're here to live truthfully. Because when you speak the truth with sincerity, the ones who truly care will stay, and the ones who only used your softness will fade away. Allah removes what doesn't belong in your peace. Your voice is a blessing. Don't bury it beneath fake harmony. Don't sacrifice your self-respect for temporary comfort. Be gentle, but be real. Be peaceful, but be truthful. Because peace built on lies will always break, but peace built on honesty will stand forever. And this brings us to a deeper reality. One of the greatest mistakes we make in life is trying to please people instead of pleasing Allah. Slowly, without noticing, we begin to tie our worth to what people think, say, or feel about us. We smile to gain approval. We speak to avoid rejection. We change ourselves to fit into someone else's expectations. But my dear brothers and sisters, if the Prophet letter FDFA, the best of creation, was not able to please everyone, what makes us think we can? People's opinions are fragile. They love you today, they may criticize you tomorrow. They cheer for you in one moment and forget you in the next. But Allah's opinion never changes. He sees your heart, He knows your effort, He understands your intentions even when no one else does. When you chase people's approval, you put your soul in a cage. A single compliment lifts you, and one criticism destroys you. That is not peace, that is slavery. But when you seek only Allah's pleasure, you set yourself free. You stop living for the applause of creation and start living for the mercy of the Creator. And when Allah is pleased with you, you need no one else's validation. The Prophet letter FDFA said, "Whoever seeks the pleasure of Allah, even if it displeases the people, Allah will be pleased with him and make the people pleased with him. And whoever seeks to please people at the cost of displeasing Allah, Allah will be displeased with him and make the people displeased with him." This world is obsessed with being liked, followed, approved. But no matter how hard you try, someone will always find a reason to dislike you. So why waste your heart trying to control what's in their hearts? You don't need their approval to be worthy. Your worth was written by Allah the day He created you. When you free yourself from people's opinions, you find peace. You begin to speak truth without fear, give without expectation, and walk with quiet strength. Because you're no longer performing for the world, you're living for the one who matters. And finally, learn to choose your kindness wisely. Islam calls you to be kind, but with wisdom. Not everyone values kindness. Some people see it as weakness. Some use it to control you. Some drain your soul and call it love. But Allah didn't ask you to give blindly. He gave you a heart and a mind. Even the Prophet letter FDFA didn't treat everyone the same. He gave time to those who were sincere, forgiveness to those who repented, and caution to those who caused harm. Kindness without wisdom is like pouring water on a plastic plant. Your effort is real, but nothing grows. Protect your heart. Don't allow your kindness to be exploited. Real kindness doesn't mean constant availability. Even the Prophet letter FDFA had time for solitude, reflection, family, and worship. Your kindness should come from strength, not exhaustion. If someone drains you, disrespects you, or manipulates you, you are allowed to step back. You can love from afar, pray for them, forgive them, and still protect your peace. Mercy without boundaries becomes chaos. Wise kindness knows when to give and when to hold back. It loves with sincerity, but it also guards the soul from harm. Because kindness was never meant to make you weak. It was meant to make you beautiful, strong, and pleasing to Allah. Herb 1. The power of wise kindness His compassion empowered. It never enabled. When someone made a mistake, He corrected them with gentleness. And when someone wronged Him, He forgave not because He was weak, but because His heart was anchored in mercy and purpose. That is true wisdom. But my brothers and sisters, here's a hard truth. Sometimes the kindest thing you can do for someone is to walk away. As long as you keep rescuing them from the consequences of their own choices, they'll never learn responsibility. You may think you're saving them, but you're actually delaying their growth. When you say no with love, you're not abandoning them. You're giving them space to turn to Allah, to lean on their faith instead of leaning on you. And that is the highest form of kindness. Yellow heart 2. Protecting your heart. Wise kindness isn't just about how you treat others, it's about how you treat yourself. Be kind to your heart. Don't keep exposing it to people who repeatedly hurt it. Don't keep explaining yourself to those who don't want to understand. Don't keep giving chances to people who keep proving they don't care. Forgive them, yes. Pray for them, yes. But also protect yourself. You deserve peace. When you choose kindness wisely, your circle may become smaller, but your peace grows bigger. You stop trying to fix everyone. You stop wasting energy on people who drain you. And you start investing in relationships that truly nurture your soul. And then something amazing happens. Your kindness becomes powerful, no longer scattered, no longer drained. Focused, strong, sincere. Allah loves the one who gives with wisdom, the one who helps others without destroying themselves in the process, the one who's gentle but firm, forgiving but not forgetful. So never let anyone make you feel guilty for protecting your peace. You're not required to save everyone. You're not responsible for fixing every heart. You're responsible for guarding your soul and keeping your intentions pure. Be kind but not careless. Be generous but not naive. Be merciful, but never allow yourself to be manipulated. Dove 3. True kindness begins with yourself. After everything we've said about kindness, there's one truth we often forget. True kindness begins with yourself. The one person you neglect the most, the one soul you keep pushing to the back of the line. We speak so much about being kind to others, and that's beautiful, but your own heart deserves mercy too. Your soul needs peace, your body needs rest. Some of us have spent years carrying everyone else, their pain, their expectations, their storms, but we forgot how to carry ourselves. How can you pour kindness into others when your own cup is empty? How can you be a light to others when your flame is dying? How can you bring peace when your soul is restless? You cannot. Islam teaches balance. The Prophet _FDFA said, your body has a right over you, your eyes have a right over you, and your family has a right over you. Self-care is not selfish. It's a duty. Sparkles 4. Be gentle with yourself. Being kind to yourself doesn't mean arrogance. It means treating yourself with the same mercy you wish for the world. When you make a mistake, don't destroy yourself with guilt. When you fail, don't label yourself as worthless. When you feel lost, don't assume Allah has abandoned you. He hides your path sometimes, so you remember to call upon Him again. Some of us speak kindly to the world, but harshly to ourselves. We use words against our own hearts that we'd never use on anyone else. Do you think Allah wants you to hate yourself? No, He created you with love. He designed you with purpose. He wrote your story with mercy. So be kind to yourself the way Allah is kind to you. When He covers your sins, don't uncover them with self-hate. When He gives you another day, don't waste it punishing yourself for yesterday. Cherry Blossom 5. Walking away is also worship. Sometimes being kind to yourself means walking away from people who hurt you, even if you love them. Because peace is also a form of worship. Sometimes it means saying, I can't today. Not out of weakness, but because your soul needs to breathe. Sometimes it means forgiving yourself for what you did when you were just trying to survive. Allah is Amen, the most merciful. And His mercy is not just for others, it's for you. He sees your pain. He records every tear, every whisper, every sigh, and counts it as worship. Herb 6. True strength, true kindness begins with self-respect. When you respect yourself, you stop begging for love that costs your dignity. You stop chasing those who walk away. You stop living in spaces that drain your peace. There's a strength in being gentle with yourself. The strength to say, I'm not okay right now, but I'll get there, inshallah. The strength to forgive yourself and start again. The strength to believe that Allah still sees good in you, even in your lowest moment. You are not your mistakes. You are not your past. You are a soul that Allah wakes up every morning because your story is not over yet. Dove 7. Letting go of comparison. Stop comparing your journey to others. The one who seems calm may be fighting a storm. The one who looks perfect may be struggling with sins. The one who appears ahead may be losing peace. Your journey is yours, your lane, your pace, your growth. Even faith grows one step at a time. Even healing takes seasons. And sometimes being kind to yourself means silence, disconnecting from the noise and reconnecting with Allah. Blossom 8. Full circle. When your heart finds peace, you cannot give peace if you live in chaos. You cannot give love if your heart is empty. So protect your inner world, feed it with dhikr, guard it from negativity, fill it with gratitude. When you wake up each day, remind yourself, Allah gave me another chance today. I will speak kindly, I will live kindly, I will be kind to myself. When your heart finds peace within itself, it becomes a source of peace for others. Palms up together 9. Heartfelt dua. Before we end, let's make a heartfelt dua. Ya Allah, the most merciful, the most loving, we come to you with hearts that are tired and wounded. Teach us to be truly kind for your sake, not for the sake of people. Protect us from those who misuse our kindness. Grant us the wisdom to give wisely, to walk away peacefully, to speak truth gently. Heal every heart that has been hurt while helping others. Replace pain with patience, disappointment with strength, and every tear with reward. Ya Allah, teach us to be kind to ourselves. Forgive us when we forget our worth. Fill our hearts with peace that no one can take away. Let our kindness draw us closer to you. And when our time comes, let it be while we're spreading mercy in your name. Ameen. My dear brothers and sisters, be kind to others, yes, but above all, be kind to the soul that Allah has entrusted to you. Because when your heart finds peace, it becomes a light for the entire world. Crescent moon.